I recognise that house anywhere.
This is for those who'd like a moment.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Good Bit Podcast. It's episode number 49, ladies and gents. Can you believe we've made it this far? Anyway, this is the Good Bit Podcast. Thank you very much everybody for joining us today. We're here to talk about a lot of movies that we've seen in the past couple of months. Just a simple wee movie chatter catch-up like we always do around this time of year. 2 years ago, I was joined by one of the men, or the only other man on this podcast. One of the many men on the podcast. We talked about Doctor Strange and Suicide Squad, how they compared and which one was better.
Oh, aye.
I think he'll tell you which one he preferred. He's back again. It's Mason with no nickname.
Hello.
Yes. And then a year ago today, not today but this month, I sat with R&D, who's no longer with us. So replacing R&D
R.I.P.
is my absolute favourite person on the podcast. It is previously known as Sexy Nips. Her nips are no longer sexy. She's now just known as Lilo. Leanne McMaster, how are you?
I can't believe my nips are no longer sexy.
But
What a shock!
everyone in the podcast is like, what?
What did she
How
do?
is that possible?
She got really fat.
Nips aren't nice anymore.
Yeah, did you? Yeah.
They're not only not sexy anymore, but they're not. I really should have stopped this a long time ago.
Nips conversations ended and done this.
Yeah, we're here. My name is Christopher John Moffat, and I'm the face that runs the place, which I don't really need to come up with a new and original nickname, but it's true. I'm the boss here, and I'm the host, and I'm here because we were joined originally by Ewan Ferguson, because I really just wanted to see him and to congratulate him on a show he was recently in. But he is also no longer with us.
R.I.P.
So shout out to
As
you
of this morning.
wherever you are around the world. But gang who actually showed up, thank you so much for actually giving me the time of day, unlike some. How are you? Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
He's good.
Yeah, I'm alright.
What's new? What's new in the hood?
Not much.
I was trying
to take your hood off.
trying to do it quickly, quietly, and it was just.
I like that top. That's quite nice.
It's Last Jedi.
Yeah.
I'm
the Red Guard.
promoting one of my favourite Star Wars films, even though no one else likes it.
I like it.
So
Yeah.
it's
That's
like,
what, do you not remember on the top 10 of 2017 there was a big debate. It
was
was
a big
Chris and
debate.
I against the world.
yeah, it was. Those two dafties.
Yeah.
Who are both no longer with us. And yeah, I watched it. I was scared going back to watch it again. I bought it on Blu-ray because I buy all the Star Wars on Blu-ray, and I was scared to go back and watch it just because I'd heard so much negativity towards it and stuff. And I'd seen it twice in the cinema. I saw it the first time, adored it. Saw it the second time, adored it even more. But people who I was with didn't like it, so that kind of swayed me.
Affects
So
you.
I thought,
Yeah.
what I'll do is I'll hold off, not watch it for a while, and then eventually we'll come back to it. So I bought it on Blu-ray, and I checked it out the other night again, and I still don't get it. I still don't get what all the negativity is about. And I looked up, actually Google searched, why do people not like The Last Jedi?
Yeah.
Things like it's the jokes don't land, it's too long, it's too cheesy, which I thought you're going to
Yeah.
Star Wars is too cheesy, really. They didn't follow up on things they planted in The Force Awakens. They've affected the way we're going to go forward, and I understand all those points. I don't
Yeah.
like a long movie. I understand some of the jokes didn't land, but I don't think you can judge Star Wars on the fact that, oh, I hated that film, the jokes didn't land, or oh, the writing was too cheesy. I don't think you can judge Star Wars on that because
Yeah.
it's Star Wars.
And I understand why everyone hated it, but I loved it.
I loved it.
How long is it?
It's 2.5, which is the
It
longest.
doesn't feel like 2.5.
Which is the longest Star Wars film.
It does not feel that long.
Yeah, it feels much shorter.
But I mean, I've not watched it since because I saw it in the cinema twice, I think.
Yeah.
But I've not seen it since.
I saw the midnight showing of it.
Yeah, you loved it as well.
So there was no
Yeah.
midnight show in Oban.
Back home.
Yeah.
I saw it with Jack Hogg.
Yeah, who also loved it.
Yeah, he loved it. I can't remember why I watched it with Jack Hogg.
Just because you were both going at the same time.
I think it was
yeah.
the reason, yeah, but
Shout out to Jack Hogg, who will most definitely not be listening to this.
he'd be playing golf.
True.
Definitely playing golf
Yeah, no,
somewhere.
I hope he's doing good.
He does. He puts
Got a
some.
hole in one.
He puts some videos on Instagram.
Yeah.
But they're all the same.
It's either like golf or his gym stuff. To be fair, he has got a good body. But you,
More on
Mason,
that.
you've been going to the gym.
Yeah, Mason's
Yeah.
bulking up.
Yeah, he's bulking up. If anyone knows Mason, he's rather skinny, but not recently.
I'm huge.
Bulking
Same.
up.
I'm also very skinny,
Yeah.
everybody listening. Leanne is so skinny.
And she's been going to the gym, loads
Swole.
and bulking up.
Exactly that.
Rah! I need to go to the gym. Look at my arms.
I've been a member for a month and a half and I've not been once.
Really? I was going to, but I just thought the memberships were too expensive. There's other ways you can exercise. I started playing football again. I go walks now. There's other ways to do it.
I got student discount, so that's
That's
There's
not
a-
bad.
But Erin, my flatmate Erin, she's going to join.
Shout out, Erin.
Shout out
There's
to Erin
a-
who's through the door.
So tell me about the gym.
Just
How's that going?
listening. Well, it's £5 a month. So for that
So
price,
that's great. Where
I know
are
that's
you
great.
at the gym?
Well, it's new. It's next to the fort.
Oh, really? Is
Yeah.
it Pure
Next-
Gym?
It's Everlast.
Oh, it's new.
It's £5 a month.
That's
so for that
cheaper
price,
than mine.
of course you're going to go there.
Yeah. But then I always get like, oh no, you want to go to Pure Gym, it's got the best stuff, it's the best
See, I'm a
gym.
member of Pure
Yeah.
Gym, but that's just because it was the cheapest one, city centre, student
Yeah.
discount.
And I also don't get why they go, oh, but that's the best one, it's got the best stuff. It's just a gym.
A gym's a gym, and
A
it's
gym's
that's
a
pure
gym.
a gym.
It's Pure Gym, it's purely a gym. That's all it is.
The Everlast hasn't opened yet. It opens November.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. But I'm going to my dad, so that's good.
cool. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
I think literally all of us have applied.
Yeah.
My dad's
For £5 a
second
month's really
probably.
good, yeah.
I mean,
Um,
£5 a month. Where else are you going to go?
No, I know, it's like 17 quid a month for
Yeah, I
Pure
know.
Gym.
Mine's
And you're
$14.99.
Is that worth the
That's good.
discount?
Yeah.
a couple of quid off it, not too bad. So I'm just trying to hold off as much as I can. I know there's other ways I can exercise, so I'm trying to do that instead.
Yeah, the best thing's eating healthy.
Eating healthy, drinking loads of water,
Walking's the best thing you can
playing
do.
football, just kind of going, taking it as it comes.
Yeah.
So it's good. Yeah, this episode is basically, there's no real purpose. It's just, let's talk about some films that we've been watching over the past little while. We'll get to the new ones eventually, but just in general, what have you been watching in terms of just films in general? Films on the telly, films on Netflix, films on your phone. What have you been checking?
Well, you know how there's these really obscure movies that like really famous actors do, and they're mostly awful.
Yeah.
But there's like the hidden gem in the rough. I was watching Talbot Taylor last
Owen
night.
Wilson's Diamond in the Rough is...
I think Owen Wilson's Diamond in the Rough. People talk about Marley and Me. It's his movie.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
of course.
Marley.
Well, for me, it's Talbot Taylor.
Or Shanghai Nights.
Or Shanghai Noon.
Shanghai Noon, yeah. Great stuff.
What a do movie.
John Wayne. Right, go on.
They're a good
They are good.
together. Jackie Chan and
Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson.
Yeah, I always thought, well, Jackie Chan can only do, one with Chris Tucker and be happy. But the fact he's got another buddy cop,
Jackie Chan he doesn't need anyone.
I know, you're absolutely right. He's doing a film now with John Cena.
He's doing a lot of serious
Oh, I love
movies now.
Jackie Chan.
What was that recent movie he did? It was
Karate Kid
the...
was The Foreigner.
Remember the tuxedo?
He was...
I didn't see Tuxedo.
I've not seen that either, Tuxedo.
Oh my god, it's amazing. It's Jackie Chan's just this ordinary little guy, and then he ends up wearing like a spy suit, and it like gives him all the moves.
Is
Oh,
he not
so good.
The Spy Next Door? Is that not Jackie Chan as well or something?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know, but The Foreigner came out on Netflix.
Is
and
that
it
the
was
one I'm thinking
God
of?
awful.
Is
I
that the
really
one
don't like
with
He's like-
Johnny Knox?
it. No, Pierce Brosnan.
Oh.
It's the Foreigner, the one
I
with
think.
the... And he's... It's like a Taken sort of movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like a secret agent or something.
Yeah, he's like an old retired agent, but
Yeah.
he's come back to help his daughter. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't very good. I didn't like it very much.
I thought the trailers look good.
Yeah, that's why I watched it, and I was like, nah.
Is
this
that a
isn't-
Netflix original?
Yeah,
Oh,
believe
okay.
so. Believe so. You been seeing it, Leanne?
I can't even think. I haven't really watched many movies recently. I've only been watching like TV.
Yeah, well, tell me about that.
Oh, actually, no, that's an absolute blatant lie. I've watched 3 films I'd never seen before
Good.
that were really good. Watched Being John Malkovich.
Right?
Have you seen it?
No, but I've been meaning to.
Not yet.
Amazing. Absolutely. There's no words for it really. After I watched it, the people I was watching it with, we were sitting there like, what just happened?
Really?
Like, oh,
Is that a
it's-
documentary?
No, it's not. It's right. So the premise of it is John Cusack is it also. In this movie, he's basically just playing his sister Joan. Like the way he's acting in that is Joan. So yes, John Cusack is a puppeteer. He's married to Cameron Diaz, who loves animals. So he ends up getting this job in an office that is like the ceiling's really really low. So I mean, I'd be fine. So yeah, he's got a job.
But
in
any
this...
normal sized person would...
Yeah, any normal
So
sized person would be.
I've got no
rude.
chance.
Oh, you'd be fucked.
Yeah.
So yeah, he gets a job in this office. He meets a woman. He fancies her, even though he's married to Cameron Diaz. And then he finds a tunnel in his office.
Try to pose for a thumbnail.
He finds a tunnel in his office and he crawls into it and he ends up in John Malkovich's mind.
Whoa.
Yeah. So he's in John Malkovich's mind. He can't control him or anything. He's just there. So you have 15 minutes and then you're punted out and he falls from the sky and is on the side of a motorway. So that's the premise of it. So there's this tunnel where you can get into John Malkovich's mind and it's fucking incredible. like we were watching it and we were just sitting there like, Jesus, like what? Like I had no idea what was happening, but it was amazing. And like John Malkovich is, I love him because any movie I've ever seen him in, I think of him as like this hot, like he's screamy and like shouty and like all that. But in this, he's the most soft-spoken little guy. He's just so sweet.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I've
meaning
to watch it for so long.
Yeah, and I saw 7 Psychopaths as well.
Oh yeah, that's who did that film?
Christopher Walken, Colin Farrell, Sam Rockwell, and Woody Harrelson. Yeah, I know, and that's amazing. It's on Netflix. So's being John Malkovich.
Yeah, I'll check that out soon.
And I watched what's it called? The Thick of It movie.
Oh.
Yeah, what's it called?
Mason loves
In the Loop or Out of the Loop.
Something like that. Yeah, but I'd never seen that before either. So and that was really funny.
What about the new horror show you've been seeing?
Oh, The Haunting of Hill House.
Yes, it's on Netflix as well.
Yeah, it's very good. I've only watched 2 episodes, but it's because everyone, like the trailer for it is really scary, and I've seen so many people post about it saying that this is really terrifying. So me and Erin decided we'd watch it last night, and literally like the first 5 minutes we were sitting there like, like so unnerving because the way it's shot. It's like you're always looking to see is there something in the background or is there something going on.
That's what always freaks me out.
So it's like it's not actually like when like actually scary things happen. It's not that bad. It's just like the suspense.
Yeah, it's kind of like Jaws in a way where like they're always showing like the water over over the shoulder or whatever. You know, it's always like, is it going to be there? You know me, I'm not a big horror fan. You know, so I kind of been putting off watching it, but I heard it was very scary.
Oh yeah, it is scary. It's good. We're 2.5 episodes in, and we'll probably finish it once you've left.
Sorry, I won't keep you long.
You were watching it, and then when you texted like, "We're early," I was like, "Oh, these fucking bastards."
Sorry, I didn't mean to. But that's good. Any TV you've been watching? The new Doctor Who?
Yeah. I've been watching the new Doctor Who.
I forgot to watch it both weeks, but
I've not watched it yet.
It's alright. It's fresh.
Yeah, I've heard it's good.
Which is what Doctor Who's been needing for the longest time.
Very good.
That's good.
I think Jodie's taking to the role very well. The characters are fresh, the story's good. I've actually not seen the 3rd episode because of the show.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so I didn't get to see it.
That was really weird. It was kind of as if we weren't going to mention it, but we went to see our boy Dia Beethoven in a show on Sunday night. He was performing at the Webster's Theatre in Glasgow, and it was lovely. We were hoping to have him here to get a sort of nice sort of retrospective of it.
But he's not here. Yeah.
So, but other than that, we're proud of you. We enjoyed the show, and hopefully we'll get you on again soon to talk about it. But that kind of changes what we were going to go for. But now we're here, so let's do it. Let's talk about some films we've seen recently in the cinema. It has been an incredibly busy month in terms of films. It's unbelievable, actually. Left, right and centre, new film being released.
And I feel like everything's good.
Well, that's the thing. How hard is it going to be this year?
Don't start
to do a top 10?
Don't start me. Because I feel like you've definitely got it worse because I didn't go to the cinema that much for the first 6 months of the year.
Now
I'm catching up.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, now I'm catching up and seeing everything and I'm like, everything's good.
Yeah, man.
I don't think I've only seen like one film since I've moved back to Glasgow.
Yeah.
Everything
what was that?
It was The Little Stranger.
I didn't see it. Who was in that one?
It was is it Domhnall Gleeson?
Domhnall?
Yeah, so it's him. I can't remember the rest of the cast. Oh, Will Poulter.
Oh, of course.
He's in it. He's good in it, actually. The thing is, the movie's not bad.
Yeah.
But we were expecting it to be like a scary movie.
I see.
And it wasn't at all. And it's kind of like it's left up to the audience whether there was ghosties or whether it was just people's minds playing tricks on them. So
he is. He's very good, Will Poulter.
Oh, I love him. I love him so much.
And he's one of us. You know what I mean? Like he's a British actor. He's came from theatre and that sort of thing.
Well, because I remember watching him in School of Comedy.
Yeah.
When I was like 13. And he was like 13.
Yeah. You're one of us.
I was watching him like, wish that was me.
Yeah. Good. Well, yeah, man. The top 10 is going to be so hard this year, just because it's like almost like a good film every week.
Yeah.
You know, there've been no bad films. The worst film I've seen this year has been Tomb Raider, which really wasn't that bad. It was okay. And The Commuter with Liam Neeson, it's just daft. You couldn't consider it one of the best films of the year, but it wasn't like I hated that film. It was just it's not made for that purpose.
I think, it's difficult to hate those.
Yeah, it's just a bit of fun. Sometimes you need to just switch your brain off. And plus, back then, right at the start of the year, we saw Molly's Game, 3 Billboards, and Darkest Hour. 3 real big films.
And Coco.
And I was like, well, we need a break. And the Commuter was just what we needed at the time. So it was good.
Oh, I lied. I have seen a bad movie this year.
Oh, go on.
The Meg.
Oh, The Meg.
Right, okay. There's another one. I wouldn't consider that a bad film.
But do you know what? I enjoyed it.
It was bad. That's what I mean. Like, every film was passable. You know what I mean?
Even like Venom. Venom's not good.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Yeah, I like Venom. It was good.
I enjoyed it.
That's a good segue. Let's go on to Venom. I won't say too much because Mason here hasn't seen it.
That's true.
But Venom kind of caused some controversy, and I don't really understand it wasn't. Yeah, people just didn't like it.
Yeah. Oh, right,
people were expecting it to be really good because it's a Tom Hardy film.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with Tom Hardy. It's Marvel. They've been doing really well. This is a story we've been looking forward to for a long time.
Yeah.
But I just don't know what people were expecting. Maybe they were expecting this brilliant 5-star movie, which I definitely wasn't, going into the fact that it was a superhero film, it's a comic book film, it's done by Marvel. It had that Spider-Man feel to it, I thought. Like, see, back in the day, the Tobey Maguire films, that sort of weird atmosphere to them, I had the same. Tom Hardy's great. The comedy was alright.
It's do you know what it was? Is that everything else was shite, but Tom Hardy was great.
Right, I see.
And that's, like, in my opinion, the story... It's the story.
Yeah.
The script was pretty shit.
It was a wee bit bad, yeah.
Like, literally every other character in the movie, apart from Tom Hardy, there wasn't much to them. They were pretty bland. Like, the acting was, it was fine.
Yeah.
It was alright. But Tom Hardy was just so funny.
Yeah.
And him and Venom, like, it was just the two of them. Was just
going back and forth with each other.
Yeah, the back and forth was and it was just funny, and it was fun to watch. Me and Erin went because we went to try and see Bad Times at El Royale, but we went to the cinema and there was only 2 seats left. They went together and she went, "Is that okay?"
Yes, that's funny.
And me and Erin were like, "Fuck no." What else is on? So we went to see Venom instead. But I enjoyed it. I
had a good day out.
It was great. Yeah, exactly. It was a good day out.
That's all you need.
Is it Sony that made it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, they can't catch a break with the Spider-Man.
It was Sony, I'm sure. I remember that coming up. But I couldn't remember. I was like, I got confused for a while. I was like, I know Venom, Spider-Man, but is this Marvel or what are we having?
Yeah,
like, what's
I know.
going on?
Yeah,
but it was Marvel.
Yeah, it was Marvel.
But there was no Spider-Man in it.
Yeah.
And that's why I think people were confused by that as well. They're like, it's a Venom movie with no Spider-Man. But yeah, I fucking loved it.
Listen, it's just
like it was a good time.
It's not going to make my top 10, but I really enjoyed it.
It was a good time at Cineworld.
I would happily watch it again.
Yeah. No, I'll definitely watch it again.
And I mean, and I'm sure I'll mention this later on in the podcast when we talk about other films, but films are so like emotionally charging sometimes where I don't want to watch them straight away. I can't watch them again.
Yeah.
I'd watch Venom again, no bother.
Oh yeah.
Put it on, enjoy it,
I'd go right now and see it again.
Yeah, so it's a shame it didn't do too well, although it did do well, but
it did do well in the box office, didn't it? It like smashed it, didn't it?
I think a lot of bad movies now
Yeah, it did. I don't know what we're saying.
do well in box office.
Yeah, I guess because it was up against different things.
Is that next
Apparently,
one?
I saw something that it did better than A Star Is Born. And it's
Yeah, it did in terms of...
Which blows my mind.
Yeah, it was like 80 million for that, and
Well,
Star Is Born was like 56 million.
Venom though.
Yeah, but Star Is Born.
I know, but folk are going to see
Yeah,
Venom
people
because
will
it's
see
Venom.
Venom because it's Venom.
And it doesn't matter about the reviews or whatever, they'll still go see it, you know?
I mean, Justice League did amazing.
It's like the new Halloween film. It's not getting the best reviews, everyone's saying it's fun, it's okay, but it's done fucking ridiculous numbers.
Yeah, because it's Halloween.
It's got a cult following.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
So, it's just weird the fact that Venom is in amongst all these other films that came out, because every other film that came out is different. And they're all about sort of sentimental things and passions and loves. And then you get Venom, and that's a good thing. There's variety to see, you know.
Yeah,
That's what we need in
Nothing's
cinema.
the same that I've been to see recently.
Yeah.
Everything's different.
Yeah.
September, October has been mad for the cinema.
Yeah.
But good. I'm glad Venom was somewhat of a success. I don't really know. I was definitely not going into that thinking, even if I saw the bad reviews or not.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been going in thinking this is going to be the film of the year. You know?
I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking when I went in because we hadn't planned on going to see it, so it was a surprise.
Yeah.
Is
That's right.
Sony's next movie Dark Phoenix?
No idea. I couldn't tell you. I've not got the slightest idea.
Because I saw a trailer for that, but I don't know.
You're supposed to know this, Chris. You're on a fucking
Yeah.
podcast.
I should know everything about it.
No, because I heard something
You
they gave up the rights to X-Men.
Really? Did they really?
Yeah, and Marvel, like, because Marvel Studios is obviously different from Sony, so now Marvel has them. But they still,
I believe so.
But they still made Dark Phoenix.
Yeah.
So
What's Dark Phoenix?
What's the character?
Yeah.
It's
Is
just,
that
it's just
the
an
next
X-Men
one?
character.
Okay.
Yeah.
well,
Jean Grey.
The next Marvel. Oh, I know Jean Grey.
Yeah, she's Dark Phoenix.
The next Marvel film coming
Captain
up
Marvel.
is Captain Marvel with Brie Larson, who is very nice. How much?
Very
and the
nice,
next-
how much?
Venom was up against them.
And then after Aquaman, we've got Shazam.
Yeah, we
It
do.
used to be called Captain Marvel.
Which Shazam is John Cena, isn't it? No, it's The Rock.
No.
It's The Rock.
No,
It is.
no, it's not.
The Rock's doing Shazam.
No, he's not.
Who's doing Shazam?
I don't know, but it's not the Rock.
I'm certain it is. Can you do a wee
Yeah,
quick
yeah.
Google machine search?
He was supposed to be Black Adam.
So he was. Maybe I'm talking nonsense. Whilst Leanne does that, let's talk about a movie that Mason and I saw. Did you see Searching?
Yes.
You fantastic. I thought it was just
Searching
good.
was.
Mason, as is one of the few things you can talk about today, please tell me about Searching.
Searching.
It's Sakurai Levi.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh wait, no, that's his Captain Marvel. Wait, what?
Yeah, because Shazam used to be called Captain Marvel.
Oh, right,
so
okay.
they probably just.
Maybe I'm talking nonsense. I don't know. As usual, everybody.
No, he was supposed to be Black Adam
Yeah, I know.
in this movie, but he's not in it. So everyone's
Oh, well.
thinking he's in a Black Adam solo movie.
Ah,
Because villains are getting solo movies now.
yeah, I know. Tell me about Searching.
Searching was interesting because there's only one other movie that's been done like Searching before.
What was that?
And it wasn't good.
Unfriended. Unfriended.
Oh,
and
of
that
course.
Was, have you not seen it?
No, I wanted to. I like the idea of it.
I actually really like Unfriended, but it is pish.
I've not
Really,
seen
really
it.
bad.
I've only seen like spoofs of it on YouTube.
Yeah. And that just didn't work at all, and I don't know, the reason Unfriended doesn't work is just because they tried. It's just way too much happening on screen, you have no idea what's going on, and
Yeah.
if you don't use a computer or Skype, you really have no fucking idea what's going on. But Searching, makes it closer to home. Have you seen it? You've seen it, so I can
Searching.
talk about the story.
Yeah, so Searching basically is all shot via social media, through computer screens,
Webcam as well.
through webcams, through iPhones, through CCTV. It is one of the most cleverly made films I've ever seen in my life.
Do you think?
And it
Yeah.
it will be in my top 10 of the year by far.
I think
Oh, I don't know if it will be in
I
mine.
absolutely loved it. It was I was absolutely blown away by it. I loved the twists. I thought the actors were great.
Did you guess what was going to happen?
I had no
Vaguely,
idea.
vaguely.
No idea what was
you
going to
not?
happen.
I didn't really know, but I
knew.
kind of was like,
Right.
of course. Let's not spoil
I'll not spoil it. I'm not spoiling it. But see, I went to see it with Erin,
Mm-hmm.
my flatmate, and Erin gets really pissed off at me in movies because, like,
told me this, yeah.
in spooky things, because I always
talk
guess what's
through
gonna.
it,
No, I always say what's gonna happen. I'll be like, this is gonna happen, and then she's like, and I'm always right. But I start to say like stupid things to just piss her off, and she'll be like, no, because that's gonna happen now. So watching Searching, we're maybe about 40 minutes into it, and I turn to her and I go, this is who it is.
Yeah.
Like, this is who's done it. And she
First
was
of
like,
all, I would have shouted at you for talking to me in the cinema, and then I would have been
oh
kicked
no,
out for
Erin
shouting
and
in
I
the cinema.
whisper. We whisper to each other.
That's
It's fine. But yeah, so I like turned to her and I was like, I bet it's that. And then she was like, fuck off, because you're gonna be right now. And I was like, nah. So like when the movie's going on, and then I'm thinking like, oh no, I'm not right. I'm not. It's because it's going a different way.
Yeah.
And then it happens, and I was fucking right. And then it just turns to me, and she's like, "You are a fucking bitch," because I guessed it like so early on as well. So when it actually happened, I was like, "Oh, I'm right."
There's so much love.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I had no idea.
Oh no, I guessed.
But the thing was, the cat. I won't say anything for people who haven't seen it, but
Yeah.
the person like who's done it, I
Yeah.
thought they were acting really suspicious.
Yeah, well,
I
yeah,
just
from the
thought,
start. Yeah.
I just thought that was bad acting.
Oh really?
So I was watching the movie and I was like, Jesus Christ, this is good, but this woman is just in my head and she's just, what the fuck? But I was watching it with Claudia and she was the same, she guessed it.
Yeah, Claudia's the yeah.
And then she said to me, and I was like, you're talking absolute pish. There's no way it's her. And then,
So-
lo and behold.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. I loved it. I thought I didn't expect things. I loved the twists. Certain things like without giving too much away, when the camera, I know it's shot on screen, but it's revealed a certain person isn't who they seem, and it's like the guy's face. He kind of notices it as we notice it, and it was so well done.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it. It's just what I needed at the time. It was I loved it. I can't recommend it enough. It's the underdog film of the year in my
Interesting.
opinion. Yeah,
I would agree with that. I think it's something,
so many people miss as well.
I think it either works or doesn't work. That type of movie.
Yeah.
Well, we've only got Unfriended and that to go
Yeah.
by, and Unfriended
It's so
didn't work
clever.
and Searching did.
It's like things like the news and CCTV cameras and people on their phones and stuff. And
Yeah.
what I loved as well is that you see their thoughts because they type messages and then remove them.
Yeah.
Just like everybody does
Yeah.
in real life. And it kind of, instead of talking about things and expressing issues and
I
stuff,
should
you can
probably
see
do
them.
that because I just text and I'm like, oh, you know.
You said it and you go, oh, probably shouldn't have said
Oh,
that.
fuck.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I loved the film. I just thought it was great. And an underdog.
I mean, I
movie.
enjoyed it, but I didn't
I
like...
thought it was alright.
Claudia and I, not Claudia, Erin and I came out and we were like, eh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I wouldn't watch it again though.
Oh, I would happily. Right now.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The thing is with that type of movies, or those types of movies, there's not really much you can do with it.
Yeah.
You know, you can't see one like every few months.
Yeah, it's unique, and it's. I
You
guess
have
that's
to
what I'm
wait.
saying. It's like every film has been different over the past couple of months,
Yeah.
where we'd just seen whatever American Animals, and we'd just seen A Simple
Yeah.
Favor, and we'd just seen these things, and then we see Searching, which was totally different. So that was good.
I would love to see them try it again
Really?
because I'd love to see what type of story you could get out of that.
Do something different.
Because obviously Unfriended is stupid horror.
Yeah.
You know,
I've not
a
seen this
ghost possessing a computer, but this
What
one
was
was.
the other one? Was it friend request? Was that not one?
Yeah, that was a funny one.
Is that
I mean, it
not
wasn't
similar?
funny.
Was that not a spoof of Unfriended?
No, it wasn't. It was a real movie. It was like the ghost was like in the computer. Yeah,
Ah.
Yeah.
because she was like, it was because she was friend. She deleted them on Facebook, and then the girl who got deleted was like, killed herself on camera.
She was like, what?
So she killed herself on camera and all that, and then it was like the ghost was kind of. It was like when they went on their phone. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I went to see that with Erin and Emma. We just laughed the whole
I
way.
wanted to see that one. But yeah, Searching and Venom, two very different films.
Both good.
But let's move on to something that's also very different. Arguably one of the most talked about and most popular films of the whole year, I think. And one that got a lot of attention. It's called A Star Is Born.
Yeah.
Starring Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. I'll not keep you. I know I'm assuming you'll have more to say than me. But it's just one of those films, isn't it? It's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
From all different point of view, story-wise, music-wise, visually. And I think it's Bradley Cooper's performance of his life.
Yeah. Oh, holy shit. Yeah.
The performance of the year, in my opinion.
It's his job. It's the first job of his life, really, because he's written it, directed it, and starred in
acted
it.
in
I mean, like he co-wrote
Yeah.
it. Sorry, and wrote some of the songs as well. Him, Lady Gaga, and a few other folk. Oh my god, he's amazing. He's blown my mind, to be perfectly honest with you.
I've always liked him. He's been one of my favourite actors.
Yeah.
The first ever movie that we saw with... Were you there? I don't know if you were there. We got these Cinema Unlimited cards. The first film I saw was a film called Burnt.
Yes, I was there. Was that him?
He's the main guy in Burnt.
I can't even remember.
I was like, it's the first film, it's going to be great, and everybody hated it, and I
didn't
loved
hate it.
Like,
I didn't hate it.
I mean, elsewhere, I know we
Oh, right,
enjoyed it,
yeah,
but like my mum and dad and stuff, like, what nonsense, blah, blah, blah. I was like, this is just
What were your mum and dad like?
a lot of nonsense. So I was like, oh, it probably was a bit shit, but like at the time I was like, first unlimited film, Bradley
Yeah,
Cooper,
no, I
great.
remember.
And of course some things like
Yeah.
Limitless, Hangover, and you can't go wrong with Bradley Cooper. And then
Guardians.
and the other big one he was in recently.
Forgetting he's in Guardians.
Yeah.
Soul Lena's Playbook and
yeah.
and all these other ones he's in. He's just so good, and then he comes out with this
He's good in War Dogs as well.
War Dog, the best
Yeah.
performance of his life. This one.
Oh, he's amazing.
And is my performance of the year. I know there's still a month and a bit, 2 months to go, but I'm sure nothing will top this. Lady Gaga was excellent,
Holy shit. Yeah.
and I guess she was always going to be good anyway because I know she can act, but also her voice would have saved her.
Yeah.
No
I
matter
didn't know
what.
she could act like that. You know what I mean? Because
Unbelievable, yeah.
I've seen her American Horror Story, and in American Horror Story, I've only seen Hotel with
Yeah.
her,
She's
and
really
she's
only in
very
Hotel
like,
as well.
she's very like, not like regal, very like,
Seductress type
yeah,
character.
very Lady Gaga,
Yeah.
like what you'd
What you'd
expect
expect,
from her.
like, yeah.
And then in A Star Is Born, like at the beginning especially, she's like this sort of insecure
Yeah.
singer. Like
Yeah,
she's not. I mean,
yeah.
she's not insecure. Like she knows she's got it, but she's still a bit like, you know, she underestimates
Yeah.
her talents
Yeah.
and she's amazing. It's oh my god. There's not a bad performance in that movie, in my opinion.
Not
like
at all.
I honestly blew my. I've seen it 3 times, and I'll go again happily.
Her movie debut.
Yeah, I think
Isn't
so.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So would you say this is your favourite movie of the year so far?
Probably,
Yeah.
It'll be hard to top, I think.
Yeah.
If it's not number 1, it's number 2.
Well, Aquaman's coming out soon.
Oh my god.
So
Oh,
tell me, what was
no.
your initial reactions to when you saw it?
Oh my god. Well, I was crying so much, but I went with the first time I saw it, I went with 2 of my friends from college. So I've just started college again.
Yeah.
So I don't know them that well. So I was like, I can't.
Right,
You know how
you're
we-
just balling.
Yeah, I was like, I can't be like, ugh. But so I was crying, obviously, because but I was crying from like the start. Like it's just so like emotionally charged. It's just the slightest things get you. And do you know what? One of my favourite things of it was that there's 2 drag queens in it from like who are on Drag Race, who I love, and I didn't know they were in it.
But you knew them when you saw them?
But I just noticed I heard one of them. I heard Shangela, so that's the one who was like running the bar.
Shangela.
I heard Shangela's voice before I saw her, and I was like, "That's Shangela." So one of the boys with me, he's a wee gay guy. So he loves Drag Race, and I was like, "Is that?" And he was like, And then another one, Willem, came on, and they were both just hilarious. And I was like, "It's amazing seeing like these drag queens in this massive Hollywood movie." No, it was so cool. I just loved it, but I thought it was amazing how Bradley Cooper didn't play guitar before this.
Really?
No.
Oh my god.
I read that for like a year before they started filming, him and Willie Nelson. I think Willie Nelson's son taught him to play guitar, but not just to play it, to like perform it, to like be a musician. I don't think he. I mean, if he played it, he didn't play it to the level he does now.
Listen,
and he got all these like vocal lessons and everything, and it's incredible. Like, see the first bit in the movie where he's like walking on stage.
Eyes open wide.
Yeah, you got it. You nailed it. That was like Bradley was in the room.
Wasn't it? I'd listen to a Bradley Cooper album.
Oh, I
Right
would.
now.
Yeah. I mean, I am listening to a Bradley Cooper
I
album.
know, but I mean, just him with the guitar and everything.
It's amazing.
Man.
He's very cowboy.
He is very cowboy. You know me, I do all these vlogs and stuff and videos and all that good stuff. Every year I do a music video at the end of the year, and I kind of sum up the whole year of vlogs and any videos and any footage I got over the year. I put into a 3-minute music video with a song that kind of reminds me of that time in my life. And this year I've been racking my brain. I've been going one way with a song. I was thinking Arctic Monkeys, and I was like, no. I was thinking George Ezra at one point, no. But I've decided it's going to be Black Eyes, the opening song of Star Is Born, because it's just...
I love that.
Not only because it's such a good song, but just because it's something different from the other songs I've used, but it's a great rock song, and it's exactly the type of music I love.
Yeah.
And everyone else is giving me grief about, like, what song are you going to use? Come on, choose one. I'm going to choose a song, and it's going to be, if you like it or not, it's that one. So that's the plan. I could change it, and then this is going to sound very silly, but my plan right now it's going to be like my song of the year sort of thing. So shout out to them for that.
That's the thing about the music in it as well, is that even the song that's supposed to be like the bad song, see, listening to it outside of the movie, it's a bop.
What one?
Why would you do that? You know, they're just like, why would you do that?
Yeah,
that one.
It's great.
It's a fucking bop. Me and Erin are sitting in my room like.
You're like, what?
Erin and I literally I saw the movie. Next day went with Erin, and then a week later, where did I go again? I went with Erin, our friend Sophie Nichols, and my old flatmate Emma.
How is Sophie Nichols?
Oh, she's great.
Shout out to Sophie Nichols, my YouTube pal.
Yeah, she's great. But yeah, so I went again, but so Erin and I, all we did for about a week was just lie in our beds listening to the soundtrack. Yeah. So I can tell you for a fact now that my Spotify end of year roundup is just gonna be
all Star Is Born.
Star Is Born, yeah.
Battle Wayside.
Yeah.
So good, man.
It's amazing. It's just I just loved it. It was so good.
So last time we were in this studio, last time we were in Leanne's place, we were talking about Black Klansman. Another hard-hitting film of the year, and after that film, you know, the credits were playing, and I think that's something I said in the podcast was there was just silence in the cinema. Everyone was kind of scared to move, and everyone didn't want to speak out of place. It was the same with this film, but it was a different feeling this time. Obviously, because Black Klansman was dealing with like real life issues and stuff.
Yeah, very current.
But the end of Star Is Born, I wasn't greeting, I wasn't crying or anything, but it was just like, whoa. And
oh man, I was crying.
I was emotional. It was like, well, that was a fucking what a film that was. But what I was saying earlier on about, you know, rewatching films, I couldn't watch that film again now.
Really?
Like, I couldn't see it more than once because it was so emotionally exhausting.
Yeah. Oh, I love to cry. So.
I know. But I was like, I'll watch it again by far in the future. But right now, I'm not feeling it.
Oh no! Well, I've seen it 3 times, and I'd go again in a heartbeat.
Did you cry every time?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Of course. Look at me. Of course I did.
So-
I was crying before you got here.
Shout out to Bradley Cooper and Lady G for and who else? There's someone else's big name in it.
Who plays
Like his brother, yeah.
I can't remember the
I
name.
can't remember, but he
And
was
also
great.
shout out to Anthony. I don't know. Ramos, her best pal.
Right, aye.
He's
Yeah,
he's a
yeah.
Broadway actor. So he was in Hamilton and like In the Heights and stuff. And he's an amazing singer.
Yeah.
Such an amazing singer. So it's a shame he never got to sing in the movie, but yeah. Oh, what a film.
So we recommend it, Mason.
Mason sitting there like, sounds good.
It got spoiled for me.
Oh
Alright.
no.
Yeah, but my big brother, he came in and said it by accident.
Oh dear.
It.
It.
And then I was like, I'm not going to say it. And I was like, are you kidding me on? He was like, you don't know. I was like, obviously I do, because there's nothing else it could be you're talking about. And then he was like, well, I didn't mean it. Obviously.
Oh, it was a
No, I'm definitely
beautifully
going to go
done
see it
film.
though. I don't think that's the point of the, like this.
Yeah, no, it's
That's
not.
not the-
It's all about this life and
It's
this,
just done really well as well. Like it deals with like all their fame and stuff,
Yeah.
but it doesn't. It's not that way where it's like in a lot of movies they would be like, oh, look how many plays we got on Spotify, and oh, we're at this top of the charts. It's not that. It's just the story about them two.
Or we
It's,
meet and then someone does really well and the other one gets jealous and then it blows up. Like it's
about
a different layer than
It's
that.
it's the relationship
Yeah.
and like the inner workings of that.
It's
and-
not about the music and the fame, it's about them two.
It doesn't actually show like the fame aspect. Like obviously, like it has the award shows and stuff like that,
Yeah.
but it is mainly them
Yeah.
two. It's
Yeah.
just them two, and it deals with like alcoholism and drug addiction in
Yeah.
a really good way because it shows that, like it deals with it saying that like it is a disease because it is like alcoholism is
Absolutely.
a disease. And a lot of people like will be like, you have junkie or whatever, as if it's their fault, but like it's a disease.
Yeah.
You know.
Great.
It's
So,
a
yeah.
remake, isn't it? Not a remake.
It's a
but-
remake
Yeah.
of a remake
Yeah.
of a remake.
It's like every
Like King
30
Kong.
years
Yeah,
there's a
it's
new one.
the first one was done in like the 30s or 40s, I think, and then the next, the remake was Judy Garland, and then the next remake was Barbra Streisand,
Barbra Streisand, yeah.
and now you've got Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
But there's like nods to the previous ones in this one. So like, see at the start when the logo comes up and it says "A Star Is Born," Lady Gaga singing "Somewhere Over the Rainbow," so that's Judy Garland.
Oh,
And
I
then
see.
there's
That's
some
cool.
lyrics, I think. And one of Bradley Cooper's songs are lyrics from one of the Barbra Streisand songs.
Right.
I think I
Okay.
read that. I could be wrong, but yeah. So they like he's
Okay.
given a little hint to like the previous ones because this is the fourth one.
Yeah. Well, I know I said I wouldn't watch it straight away again, but as soon as I went home that night, it was on Spotify and stuff. But
Yeah.
I searched for the opening scene because I wanted to see him perform Black Eyes, which was my favourite song of the whole film. And then I found out that I think it's Shallow, it's called, was in the UK charts.
Yeah, three
Um,
of the songs are in the charts now.
Yeah, which is when you know that's like when it comes from a movie, it's not a song that's been released. It's come
Yeah.
from a movie that it's a success. You know.
Yeah.
So good stuff. I'm sure everybody's seen it.
It
by now.
deserves all the good things coming for it.
Yeah, all the good bits.
All the good
on the
bits.
show.
Yeah.
Let's do it then. So I know you've not seen it, but let's make the official good bit rating right now. You giving it a 10?
Oh, 10?
10 out of 10?
Oh heck yeah.
Heck yeah. Okay, let's do it. Cool. I'm assuming we'll talk about it again in a couple of months.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
the top 10.
I'll see you in January.
Yeah, so cool. That's the Star Is Born. Mason, the other night you saw a film by the name of First Man
Yes.
with Ryan Gosling.
That was long.
That was long, about Neil Armstrong and the moon landing. I also saw it. Did you see First Man?
I've not seen it. No, I've not yet.
See, that's the thing. There's so many films. It's like it's hard to kind of
Yeah,
keep up with
exactly.
them. I've been lucky that I've managed to catch them with the boys, but it was just First Man. First Man is more about him
It's
than the moon landing. You know what I mean? So tell me your thoughts.
my thoughts on it.
On the
like
film,
if I
yeah.
enjoyed it or not.
Yeah, like review the film.
I thoroughly enjoyed it,
Yeah.
but I can see why a lot of people aren't enjoying it.
Right. The people not enjoying it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen like people aren't loving it.
It's just it's not a story for everyone, if that makes sense. Because one is about Neil Armstrong,
Yeah.
so you're going to be interested if you like Neil Armstrong, or if you're interested in space and like the moon and that.
Yeah. The moon and that.
Well, the space, not like the idea of like exploration. You know,
I love the moon and that.
I love the moon and that. See space and that.
it will speak to a lot of sci-fi fans,
Absolutely.
I think. But it's really long, and I think that's what's turning a lot of people off. Is
Yeah.
if you don't care about the character Neil, who's a real life person, and if you're not interested, then I can't
Wait, it's a
see
real
you.
story?
What?
We've been to the moon?
We
Well,
landed on the
have
moon.
Did we land on the moon?
Or did we?
Is the real question.
Let's not get into that.
I know, is it a film set somewhere?
I believe we did go to the moon. I believe
I
it
saw
is
the
true.
I don't
trailer.
know if we did then.
I don't
Maybe no.
I mean, I say we, it wasn't us, it was the Americans.
Men went to the moon. That was good.
Me and you.
Yeah, it
It
was
was me and
good.
Chris had a wee jaunt to the moon. It was
We did a
lovely.
podcast there.
Yeah.
I think it was
To the
episode
bike.
40.
Get a dog a walk.
Yeah. So the film, the biggest thing for me was I'm a big Ryan Gosling fan, so
Oh, yeah,
I was
he's
going to
good
see
in
him, and also Damien Chazelle. So he did Whiplash, and then he did La La Land, and now he's
Yeah.
done this. And to talk about
Interesting.
a diverse set of films.
Yeah, Christ.
So First Man was really good because it was more about him than the moon landing itself, and I didn't expect that. I expected to see a thing. When I left the cinema, I felt like I just witnessed the moon landing.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
that good.
Oh, wow.
Now the first half is really slow, and I was like, "Oh, this is so boring." I really don't like because Ryan Gosling is really dry.
Yeah.
Usually, like he's really like straight to the point, and I'll deliver my lines, and that's fine. So if Neil Armstrong was like that in real life, that is absolute perfect casting.
Yeah.
Because that is Ryan Gosling. But the second half is so good. It's a bit like Rogue One, you know, the way
Oh,
like the
yeah,
first a
yeah,
bit
yeah.
slower and it picks up so much.
You go for a nap at the start.
Yeah, and then at the end it's so good it kind of makes up for it. It's the same thing. So two aspects of this film, with three. I'll just mention these three and I'll let you talk more. Three parts of this film that I loved. First of all, when they go out the stratosphere and there's no gravity, everything's floating about and the astronauts are going about the thing and they're floating and everything's floating about like the drinks and the food and stuff. But then the camera that's shooting the film is also floating.
Oh, that's cool.
So like if this is the camera, I'm holding a box here. If this is the camera, it's like shooting them as they're so the camera's going as well.
Well,
It was a
that's
bit like
really
it was a bit
cool.
like a
Yeah.
simulator. It was unbelievable. Then,
Imagine that in 4DX.
can you imagine that's like the perfect 4DX film. Then when they get to the moon, they open the door and no one expects what's it going to sound like when you go to the moon. Obviously nothing. So you're in, you hear like the noise of the door, the shh, like Star Wars in a spaceship. The camera goes like it's like a slide. It goes out to the moon, and as soon as it gets outside, there's no sound. It's like,
Wow.
and you're like, whoa! It just kind of gives you goosebumps and it gives you chills. And then his point of view shots, like the camera's in the helmet and he's just looking about, and it's just this most amazing visual ever. And
Wow.
it is, it's great. It really picks up towards the end from those points, and it's like filmmaking at its best. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the least sounding wanky way possible. But
It's very smart.
yeah, it's.
With
I'd maybe make it a bit shorter, but
when they landed on the moon, and it was the scene you're talking about with the helm, and you see there's a woman behind me who's like, "It's just a rock," and she just shouted it out in the cinema, and I was just sitting on my
when we were leaving,
in my hands.
there was boys behind us, like maybe 25-year-olds, I'm guessing, and they were leaving. And as you know, you catch people's thoughts when they leave. Like when I left Last Jedi, people going, "Oh, it was a bit rubbish," and I couldn't believe it. People are leaving. It was like the guy said, "Not gonna lie to you boys, that's one of the shitest films I've ever seen in my life." And I was like, "Oh, this isn't gonna get very good reviews then." It's like
The
flashback.
kids loved it as well.
I know.
That was that amazing, Dad. Boys, kind of like you.
No boys.
But
But yeah, you liked it.
I disagree. I prefer the first half to the latter half.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Why?
Like the latter half is good. I love
Yeah.
the latter half, but I just think every time you think about the moon story and the Apollo journeys and everything, you think about the moon landing.
Yeah.
But what's overshadowed is, I think the accomplishment overshadows not the horrors, but the trials and tribulations that NASA actually had to go through to try and get to the moon landing, you know, with Congress and the Republicans and obviously getting funded. But I think the movie does a very good job of showing how terrifying all of it was. See the point of view shots of the shuttles.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Oh my
I
God.
left that movie thinking, these are one of the bravest. These are the bravest. men
Yeah,
I've
I'm
ever-
not going to space. the shots of like in the cockpit and stuff when the camera's right up to their face, which is quite Damien Chazelle, like
Yeah.
Whiplash is right up to Miles Teller face and stuff.
Yeah.
It's
It's claustrophobic. It makes you feel
It makes you
awful.
closed in, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's something.
But when we think about space, you know, we think Star Trek,
Yeah.
Star Wars. Oh, this is amazing.
Look how beautiful it is, and look how mystical it is.
Look at me. You think the Millennium Falcon
Yeah.
is like a garbage ship with everything
They're a piece
shaking.
of junk.
Yeah, but you see that shuttle.
Yeah,
That's literally
that's what they had.
It's literally as wide as this table. We're sitting at a table. It's
Check YouTube for proof.
it's that you have more space on a single bed than you have in a shuttle.
Yeah.
And then it hits you. This is true. This is literally what these people went to space. These people went to space in a bucket
Yeah.
that was bolted together.
Yeah.
That's
What
terrifying.
about the scene, without spoiling too much? I know we can't really talk about it, but I guess it's a true story, or it's
Yeah.
based on a true story. So
Yeah, everyone knows what happened.
yeah,
Or do we?
I don't know. I didn't know this part. There was like they were testing it and they're getting ready to go, and three guys decide they're gonna give it a go and see how this vehicle will be. and there's a malfunction as they're taking off. Houston, we got a problem. Blah blah blah.
They're there for 4 hours as
And
well.
the thing just explodes. It's just boom, like there, and it's like, and Neil Armstrong's watching this, and he's like, "Oh my god, I'm meant to go there."
He gets the call, and
That's
he's
right,
like,
you didn't see it. Yeah,
"This
he
is
gets
all like,
pulled on the phone.
get me out of here. This party's awful," and then tell him bad news.
Yeah. So
Yeah, but that's the thing, because they had so many programs, they had so many Apollos, they had so many tests, they had so many astronauts that, like, by the end, half of them were. It's not as if they left or fired. They were
Dead.
They didn't make it.
yeah.
Awful.
Highly recommended film in terms of cinematography, in terms of just the way a film was made. If you're going to look at it from that point of view, but it's also just a good story. It's a commitment. It's over 2 hours 20. It's long.
If you're
it's a bit
interested,
slow.
definitely watch it.
Yeah.
Or if you're a sci-fi fan.
If you're a Ryan Gosling fan, it's a great performance by him. It's very, but like, it's him. He's very dry and sort of, doesn't really smile very much. But I guess that was they kind of say about that. Yeah, I don't really see you laugh very much, Neil. So it's nice
The
to see you smile.
only sci-fi movie I'd say is remotely similar to it is Interstellar.
It is a bit like
In terms of how they make space terrifying.
Yeah.
Whereas
true.
other...
Or Alien.
Well, space isn't what's scary, it's the aliens that are scary, but just it's just the idea of space in general that makes the movie so tense. But see the scene you're talking about with the 3 astronauts?
Yeah.
When I was watching the movie, I recognised one of the names, and I was thinking watching it, I was like, why is this name familiar? And then when the scene happened, I was like, oh.
Who was it?
It's one of the... I don't want to say it in case...
Oh,
one
I
of
see.
the-
It's
one of the 3.
Oh, I see.
Every time he said his name, I was like, I know this name. He was famous for something. And it wasn't the... I knew he was an astronaut, and it's like...
He was famous for something.
Oh,
That's why.
Ah.
I see. Okay, awkward. Cool. First Man. Go see it, everybody. And finally, I guess, the final recent film we can talk about is one I sent out a tweet about, and it got like 8 million retweets for some reason. I don't know why.
Wow.
Which, I mean, I'm Twitter famous now.
Yeah.
Well... Yeah,
I got it the next day.
It got like 58 retweets, but or likes anyway. It is called Bad Times at the El Royale.
Not seen it yet.
So last night.
Leanne saw it last night. I saw it a couple of days ago. Because everybody was talking about Venom, and everybody was talking about First Man, and everybody was talking about Star Is Born, and I just kind of wanted to see something no one was talking about, and I saw El Royale.
It got 17 retweets.
How many likes?
60.
See what I mean? I was like, whoa, this is cool.
I like
don't
it
know
now.
why.
With 61 likes now.
I think it's because I talked about, I mentioned the other films as well, and it
Yeah.
kinda, I don't know. But Bad Times at the El Royale is along with Searching, is an underdog film of the year in my opinion.
Underdog.
I didn't think it was an underdog.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's an
I was
underdog.
expecting it to. When I saw the trailer, that cast, then just the whole trailer in general,
Yeah.
like it hyped it up. But it was definitely not an underdog.
We've got a comment.
Keep it spoiler
Thank
free.
you, Manverse Film. I love your videos, by the way. Yeah, so I'll try not to spoil anything. But yeah, Bad Times at the El Royale was one of those films where I say underdog because it was up against Star Is Born and Venom and stuff like that around the same time.
Yeah.
It's like, who's going to go see that over these films, you know? And I'm so glad I did.
Well,
because
I mean, it
just,
was full when I went to go see it on
yeah,
the second day.
and there was only a few showings as well. Maybe that was
Yeah.
why.
Sometimes you can see a trailer and you know the movie's gonna do well.
The thing is, do you know what just made me so excited for it was that Cynthia Erivo was in it, and
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
because she's similarly to Anthony Ramos, she's a Broadway, like she's a theatre actress, and I've seen her, and I think this is the best way to describe the powerhouse that is Cynthia Erivo is that I saw her perform at a Jason Robert Brown concert.
Oh wow.
So she sang a song at
She
it.
was amazing.
So this is not her concert. She had a 10-minute standing ovation
Whoa.
for singing a song. One song.
Was that a famous song? Or?
It was a Jason Robert Brown concert, so it was him playing the piano, singing some of his songs, and then also getting like other actors and actresses to sing. So she sang "I Can Do Better Than That" from the last 5 years, which
Really?
it's not even like it's not that much of like a wow song. Like I've seen it done thousands of times. I've done it myself. Like, but she had a 10-minute standing ovation.
Wow, that's
Because
crazy.
she's that good. Like that's the best way to describe her. She had a 10-minute standing ovation. And it wasn't her concert.
I couldn't even imagine clapping for 10 minutes.
Well, I was there. I was in the second row, like woo woo. Like, yeah, no. I love her. So when I saw that she was in a movie, I was like, oh my god, wow. And she's also. Did you see the trailer for Widows?
No.
It's Viola Davis.
She's really
her and Liam Neeson. Like, look up the trailer for that because it looks amazing.
I think the reason I'm saying also it's underdog is because it got like a 60 score on IMDb. And
Oh, really?
To me, like that sort of film usually gets really high. If you didn't know, this wasn't Tarantino, and you don't know every trademark he has, you would think this may be a Tarantino film.
Oh, really?
It's got that so much similarity to that in terms of the way the characters are told, the story's told, like chapter 1, chapter 2. It's just, I just absolutely love that film. Another top 10 for me.
Yeah, definitely.
John Hamm's so good. The wee guy, like the
Miles.
receptionist Miles, he's so good.
Yeah, I know. I've never seen him before.
Me neither. He reminded me of Will Poulter, and and then Chris Hemsworth comes in and doesn't have a shirt on the entire film. I wonder who made that decision.
He came on screen.
Let's unbutton that button.
He came on screen and me and Aaron were like, okay, alright, that's what we're doing. And then he didn't put a shirt on, and I was like, okay, that's fine. And the way he moved, his little hips, like dancing about, walking through that field, I was like, okay, that's fine. I'm here for this.
I told my mum about that, and she's like, "Oh, we gotta go see it then."
Yeah,
She loves Thor.
for
so.
sure. She loves Thor.
She loves Thor.
That's not the reaction you wanted.
I was like, Chris Hemsworth doesn't have his top,
And the
but
thing
we
is,
got
it's
to go see
like
it.
his hair in that, and he's not attractive in it, but like the way he was moving,
He is attractive in it.
it was very attractive.
I heard that they were remaking Men in Black.
Right.
Chris is the main character. Chris Hemsworth.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't using female actresses
I have no idea.
for Men in Black.
I heard it was Chris.
That's like when they remade Goosebumps and he was the assistant.
Really?
yeah.
Oh God.
I said Goosebumps, didn't I?
Yeah.
They've put Goosebumps on Netflix.
I know
all
they
of
have,
it.
yeah.
I'm very excited to
There's a new
see.
Goosebumps coming out, isn't it?
Yeah, Jack Black, what a man.
Do you know they put on Making a Murderer season 2 is now on
Yeah, I've
Netflix.
seen that, yeah.
I loved season 1, but I've seen the first episode of season 2, and I've heard that a lot of people saying it's very similar to the first season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that shouldn't be an off-put. Oh no, it's the same as it's too similar to the first one. It shouldn't be a bad
it's
thing.
the same show.
It's the same show. It's a different
Doesn't make sense.
aspect. There's new characters. I know it's a documentary, but there's new characters. There's new developments and stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's just. I don't understand why it's a bad thing. Loads of people say don't watch it. It's the same as season 1. Well, season 1 was really good.
Yeah.
So, and also Netflix have been cancelling a lot of things. They cancelled Luke Cage and they cancelled Iron Fist.
Oh yeah.
Which I didn't watch, but I really wanted to, and now I'm never going to do it because it's not going to go anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did you watch any of them?
think
I think you did.
I watched the
I
first
watched-
episode of Iron Fist and I didn't like it.
I watched season 1 and 2 of Iron Fist. I haven't seen any of Luke Cage, apart from the beginning of Luke Cage 1.
Yeah.
I did enjoy it.
I've not watched any of the series that Netflix have put on, like Iron Fist, Luke Cage,
I tried watching
Jessica Jones. That were the
For
first.
Daredevil.
I've just not
yeah.
watched any of them. I'm not interested. to be
Tried
honest.
watching Daredevil. I couldn't get into it. Even though
Apparently
that's been
Daredevil's
the
amazing.
Daredevil's
Yeah, I know.
Daredevil's the only one where it's consistently
Yeah, that's
good.
great. I
So,
really
yeah,
like it.
I've heard a lot of people say it's fucking incredible, but
Yeah.
I've not watched it.
For lack of a better phrase, with the Marvel Netflix TV shows, I think they blew their loads too early.
Really.
Yeah, well, like for lack of a better phrase,
Yeah.
with like because
Hi everybody listening.
all of the first seasons,
Blow your load.
This is the Good Bit podcast.
all of the first seasons are decent quality. Iron Fist, I really enjoyed Iron Fist season 1.
Jessica
People
Jones is
didn't.
really good as well.
Jessica Jones season 1's amazing. I think my
Yeah.
favourite out of them all.
Right.
Season 2's not, and then every season 2 after that, apart from Daredevil, is all. And I think that's the problem when you're juggling.
About the Punisher, that was one as well, wasn't it? With
Oh yeah, The Punisher's really good.
John.
guy from Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Shane from The Walking Dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bernthal. John Bernthal.
He'll always be Shane from The Walking Dead.
Yeah, no, he's great. I'm really not a TV show guy or a Netflix series guy. I'm a film guy. So when I go to watch,
Well, like a bit of both.
I know,
Yeah.
I feel like they're so long. It's like 10 episode seasons and stuff.
Oh
10 episodes is nothing.
I know, but it's 10 hours. You can just watch so many films in that
no,
time.
because not everything.
Unless you watch like a sitcom.
Yeah, I know, but sitcoms are different.
Have you watched
because-
The Good Place?
No, I heard it's really
Dale
good.
told me about The Good Place.
Hilarious. You should
Yeah,
watch
that's
it.
really
It's
good.
fucking hilarious.
I want to watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh yeah,
heard I'd like that.
perfect. Oh, so good.
Okay,
Wait, I
Such a
thought you
good
already watched
sitcom.
that.
no.
That's your show.
That show is so
I
good
know,
for
yeah,
like
that's
basically your thing.
representation.
I heard it's much right up my
It's
street.
amazing.
It's the guy from Lone Island's not in it.
Yeah, it's Andy Samberg,
Yeah.
which by the way is 40.
He's 40.
Yes, I know. My mind was fucking blown when I found out. Like Andy Samberg, 40 years old.
Wow.
But he
looks-
doesn't
I
look
don't
it.
really know much about him.
I mean, I thought he was maybe like 30 something, but no, he's 40.
Yeah.
I was thinking like early 30s, but then I was
Yeah.
like, he's been about for a while. Like he has actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's 40 years old. Could not believe that. I was
So-
shocked. Wonder if he'd
That's
still
crazy.
get with me.
I hope so.
I mean, I'd go 40 for Andy Samberg.
There's a 40.
He's so good in that. He's so funny. But that show is really good. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I highly recommend.
Cool. Well, that has been this past season of cinema. It's just been mad, and not to mention a lot of films like A Simple Favour, which was really good.
So weird.
Do you not think it was a bit daft?
Oh, so daft and weird.
Like I didn't expect it to be daft.
It was not what I thought it was going to be at
No,
all, but I loved it.
It's Anna Kendrick.
Anna Kendrick,
She
Blake
was
Lively,
amazing.
and the guy from Crazy Rich Asians.
And
his name,
my
I can't
God,
remember.
I was saying, the most attractive cast of the year was Mamma Mia 2. But whoa, this
Simple
film.
Favour.
Oh my God, Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick. Oh
I don't know who I want to
Lord.
pump more out of the three of them, because oh Jesus.
I know. Oh Jesus.
Jesus.
In terms of films coming up, what are we looking forward to?
Widow.
Okay.
Widow. I'm looking forward to the Spider-Man, the cartoon Spider-Man into
Did you
Spider-Man.
stay for the
Spider-Verse.
post credits of Venom?
Yeah.
And you saw the Spider-Man thing?
Did they do a
Post
Spider-Man thing?
credits.
There was 2 post credit scenes.
Oh no.
Did you miss that? Oh my God, it was so much better than the first one. So the first post credit scene is like
Yeah.
The second post credit scene is like it was like a 10-minute teaser to the new Spider-Man. It's the cartoon one.
Oh fuck.
It was so good.
See, Erin and I were sitting there, we're like, will there be another one?
Yeah.
And we're like, nah, let's just go.
It was ages. The credits went on for ages, and we thought there better be something, and it was totally worth it. It is
Damn it.
I don't know if it was a teaser, but it was like the same style, and
Yeah.
I don't know if it's leading on to the film or anything, but the
Oh,
film looks really fun.
I think it looks good.
Really
Yeah, it's
excited
like we're
for
getting
it.
that instead of a new Star Wars film this Christmas, so
Yeah.
I guess that'll be fun. So
I know, I'm looking
We
forward
won't
to
get any
that.
Star Wars for a while.
not until December next year.
Yeah.
You may not be doing that either.
They'll do episode 9.
Hopefully.
Yeah, they've signed
this-
for episode 9. They might not do another solo or another whatever, but
Yeah, because they're not meant to be like a Boba Fett one.
yeah.
And an Obi-Wan one, and
I love an Obi-Wan film. Oh my God, get Ewan
I
McGregor
just
back.
hope it doesn't become too
I know.
saturated. Is that what I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking for?
I know. I guess that's what they're saying that's happening, but I don't care. I love it. I watched Solo the other night with my sister.
I've still
Yeah.
not seen that.
I love it. I just love it.
It's alright. Like,
Like,
I
it's just-
didn't love it. I enjoed it, it was fun, but I feel like it was just a lot of fan service.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
I get
fine.
that feeling.
Like,
Which is fine.
service
it's fine.
me.
Service me up, baby.
I'm ready for it. Yeah,
I did know, I
more.
did enjoy it, and it was more Star Wars, but
Yeah, Star Wars.
it's definitely not my favourite of any new one that's come out.
It's,
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It doesn't stand anywhere near Rogue One or Last Jedi or Force Awakens for me, but I love
I
it.
enjoyed it.
It's good. Star Wars. Star Wars.
Yeah.
What more can you ask for?
Yeah.
So there we go. I think we're done. Unless there's anything other things you've been watching.
I can
I've
think
been
of.
doing really well
The-
film watching.
Forgot the name of it. Only the Brave.
Go for it.
That's a recommendation.
Go for it.
Well, it's not new. It was.
I know, but
a while
what
ago.
do you think?
Only
For
the Brave.
people who have seen it.
It's a very, 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 very long movie, and it feels very, very long, but in a good way. It's you know what Only the Brave is.
I've not seen it, but I know.
The fireman, Miles Teller.
Okay.
Oh, Ross Martin's been telling me to watch
Oh, yeah.
this.
Shout out
It's-
to Ross Martin, Buzz Lightweight. How you doing?
It's
Was I
stunning.
seen you the other night actually?
It's
Talking to him as if he's here.
simple. It's a simple story. Firefighters, fighting forest fires, and it's
Yeah.
about the characters, it's about the team. It's just I don't want to say too much because it's not really a movie you can talk about.
Okay, cool.
And I'm sure you'd have to talk about it in detail. It's just it follows the firefighters in their lives, in their home lives, but again, it's a true story.
Cool.
So keep that in mind when you watch it, especially the ending.
So latest CM42 TV YouTube stuff. I've been doing a series called the 100 Movies Bucket List series.
Oh, cool.
For my birthday, I got a poster and it has 100 movies on it, and they're all like kind of covered up by stuff you get in a scratch card. You scratch off and it reveals what you won. It's like that for like 100 movies, and you scratch off when you watched it, and it reveals like a wee picture of the film.
Yeah.
And by the end, you have 100 pictures. It's really cool. So I was like, I smell a YouTube series, so I'm going through every single one and reviewing them, I'm taking my time with it. I don't want to rush it because, it can take me a while. So so far I've done Gladiator, I've done
stuff.
No Country for Old Men, I've done The Truman Show, and I did
Oh, I
Indiana
love
Jones,
The
Raiders
Truman
of the Lost
Show.
Ark.
Is that not the last one?
It's the first one.
What's the last
Raiders of
one
the
called?
Lost Ark was the first one. So
The Crystal Skull.
No, the Crystal Skull.
So stay tuned on YouTube for more of that, and so I've been watching lots of classic films for that. And I've been watching lots of Alfred Hitchcock films because I got the set for my birthday. Just
that's
watched
cool.
Rope for the first time. It's only an hour 20. Absolutely bliss for a film. Gets it done. It's great. But my favourite Alfred Hitchcock film is his first one. It's called Saboteur. So far, but I like Rear Window and Psycho as well.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm building up on the old ones first. So that's what's going on with me in terms of film watching. Lots of cinema stuff, lots of films at home, and I just need to crack this Netflix thing. Started Maniac, and didn't really care for it. But it's Emma
That's
Stone.
the Jonah Hill one.
Yeah, I'm
Jonah
not a
Hill
big Jonah
Stone,
fan. A Jonah Hill fan.
Fight me.
I think
Absolutely fight
he's
me.
alright. Like it's not my thing.
I
I
really
love
like
him.
Jonah Hill. I just think he gets
I think he's.
He gets a bad deal sometimes.
He's actually such a versatile actor.
Sure, he's a great actor.
really good.
He's very, very good.
He is a good actor.
He just gets a bad deal.
Yeah, I feel bad for him because he's grown up in a microscope because he was a fat kid. So he's very much.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, he's fat now. Oh, he's skinny now. Oh, he's fat now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess.
So I feel like he gets a raw deal.
He's like Kevin Hart.
Jonah gets a raw deal.
In the ways he's like Kevin Hart in the ways you see him in movies and you forget you've seen him.
Yeah.
In the ways like you watch old movies you've seen in the past now and you're like, Jesus Christ, that's Jonah Hill, that's Kevin Hart.
That's Kevin Hart.
Kevin
Like
Hart's-
a superhero movie.
Yeah, he's
in
in
that?
Kevin Hart's in Joe Taylor.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he one of the kids?
No, he's the pawn guy. He's the pawn guy.
Kevin Hart.
Jonah Hill was in 40-Year-Old Virgin as well.
Yeah,
Wow.
I like Jonah Hill. I do.
And Emma Stone, I'm a big Emma Stone fan. That's what I was going to talk
I
about.
have a love-hate with her.
I was going to talk about this. I watched La La Land for the second time in my life the other
Never
night.
seen it.
I showed my sister it because it's totally her film. I think she liked it. And I just think that's one of the best films ever. It's one of my favourite films of all time.
Disagree, but that's fair.
And it's definitely one of my favourite films of all time. I just love that film so much. I can't stop watching it. I love it. La La Land.
I've been going through like every Disney movie
Yeah.
because I've only seen like the main ones and I've not seen a lot
I love
of the older obscure ones, and I said to myself, I may as well just go through all of them.
Speaking of going through, Netflix just put all the Twilights on, so
Oh,
I
yes.
watched all of them. They're so bad.
Yeah, but in the good way.
They get worse as they go on.
No, the first one's good. I loved the first one. I mean, because when it all came out, I was like obsessed. Like me and Ed and and all of our friends, we were proper little fangirls for it. Like I'm no ashamed. I've got a Team Jacob hoodie. Right.
No
but
shame.
see when they get to the last ones and she has her baby, who the fuck signed off on that baby and thought, yes, that CGI looks great? Like who did
I've not
that?
seen it, I don't know.
Right, well, she has a baby. It's a magical half human, half vampire baby.
Cool.
So it still ages, but it ages at like a fast rate. So like the baby's born, and it's a full on CGI baby, like full on CGI.
And they're holding it and stuff?
And they're holding it, and it's like blah, blah, like it's awful. So, but it grows fast. So it's the girl that's in the Nutcracker movie coming up. She plays the child version.
Right.
But yeah, it's
Anna
just
Kendrick as well? Maybe not, but...
no, Keira Knightley.
Ah, okay. No
Yeah, so basically she plays the CGI child, but it's like because it's like her growing really fast, and it's just all CGI, and it's just all really awful, and I just need to know who the fuck thought it was alright. Because I was watching it and I was like, who said, yes, this CGI's that'll fool them. They'll no think that's a cartoon. That's a real person. No, it's fucking no. She's an actual cartoon walking around. Like the wolves are amazing. The wolves in it are so good. But then they have this CGI little face. Oh, it's awful.
CGI little face.
It's fucking dreadful. Honestly, so bad. But love Twilight though.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, cool. But yeah, good. Thank you for joining me then, guys.
Anytime.
It's always a pleasure joining you lot for this, and thank you to anybody who listened, watched on YouTube. We streamed live for the majority of this, and so you can go check it out now. It'll still be on YouTube on demand. CM42 TV for your viewing pleasure, and stick around, folks. We are now about to crack episode 50. We're doing the 50 episodes podcast club.
Woo!
Looking forward to it, and more big things to come. So stick with us. Please continue to help support and spread the word by sharing us on social media and telling your friends. It's greatly appreciated. And you can follow us on social media on Twitter at The Good Bit Pod, Facebook The Good Bit Pod, and Instagram The Good Bit Pod. Until next time, folks, I've been Chris Moffat. This has been Lilo 6 and Nips No Longer, Leanne McMaster, and Mason with no nickname. Until next time, folks, thank you so much for joining us. This has been The Good Bit Podcast.
Recognize.
Sounds in my ear, and I don't know which ones to hear.